Hey, everybody. I'm Christina. Hold on just a second. Let's try a little bit closer. All right. I think we're set up properly now, right? I've come across some information that I just, I was really shocked and surprised about it. And it's really so shocking in a way that, really, I just have to let this article speak for itself, right? Now, there can be a number of interruptions at any point because I got my door open, but I'll take care of it. So I want to welcome everyone that's already here. It may be just one person, but hey, that's fine with me. And for any of you that might see this in the near future, don't forget to hit like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe. Okay. And I'm really glad that we're here now. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with this because I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe this article, but let's go ahead and talk about it. All right, it is entitled by CNS News, not CNN, CNS News. Federal grant 6.9 million to develop smart toilet that identifies your anal print. I mean, seriously. Yeah, this is news. This is real news, and this is real funding for this. This. I mean, okay, I have so many thoughts on this. By best title I've read. Y'all are getting here just in time because I'm just about to really get into this. Okay, let's read it. It was published on the net on December 28th, 2020. So really just a little over a week ago, okay? Or about a week. Yeah, a little over a week. All right, the article says in his latest report on federal government waste, a project he completes every year, Senator Rand Paul, representative for Kentucky, I think that's what it means, or it could mean Republican. Sorry if I mess that up, but it's, whatever. Senator Rand Paul for Kentucky highlights $54.7 billion in government spending that he deems wasteful. Among the items noted this year is the creation of a 6.9 million smart toilet, which operates with 3 cameras. Let me just stop right there. Hold on. One of which can identify a user's anal print. These are the real words it says. I'm not making this up. I'm not even being gross. I'm not trying to. But so what happens when you sit on this toilet? It identifies your anus, your specific, like a fingerprint, but your anus. As soon as you sit down on it, it's got these sensors and you've got cameras on you and everything happening. And it's like, oh, hello, Mr. Jones, I'm here for you. You know what I mean? Could you imagine walking into your bathroom and it's already talking and saying, identify yourself, and you just sit down, It's like, what? I'm sorry. I mean, refrigerators are one thing, but my gosh. I feel sorry for me females because I won't even use a public toilet. I knew the government wanted to probe us, but this is next level. I mean, seriously, AA strumming, seriously. You ever hear those sayings like in small towns that they're so small they even know what color your poop is? Well, now it's for real. Oh, and that other saying, they're so far up your butt being nosy. I think this is what Webster Dictionary's picture should be by those definitions and sayings is this article right here. So we're going to get back to it. Alrighty. So they want to identify you using a user's anal print. As explained in the Festivus Report 2020, researchers at Stanford University used let's say this right, $6,973,057 in funds granted through the National Cancer Institute, which is part of the National Institutes of Health, to create a so-called smart toilet. Now, let me remind you, they always have these heroic reasons for invading privacy in places that shouldn't even be a topic, but it's always for your own good, okay? We're going to get cameras literally on your booty, Okay, let's just keep going. I mean, it's just so easy to get off topic, right? Okay, all righty. It even has these illustrations. I really need to put this link down in the description box. I'm so surprised I didn't. The purpose of the toilet is to develop easily deployable hardware and software for the long-term analysis of a user's excreta through data collection and models of human health, states the researchers in an abstract. All righty. So they want to collect data, sort of like your smart wristwatches, your smart phones, your smart refrigerators, your smart meters. I mean, come on, dude. Now it's your smart toilet. They want to have long-term analysis of your excreta through data collection and models of human health. How do you feel about that? I mean, don't you feel so invaded? Don't you feel just almost raped by this intention? I mean, 6.9 million so they can analyze your excrement. Hello, Art by Adrian. I'm so glad to see you, Adrian. I'm so glad to see you, Rodney, Watchman, One Prophetic Touch Ministry. I'm glad to see everybody. Misty Cat, Paula McLennan. I'm giving a shout out to all of you that's already here. Okay. They want to infect us, then measure it. You never know with these people. You really don't. So we're going to keep going with the article, okay? Because this is real stuff. I didn't make this up. Okay, each user of the toilet is identified through their fingerprint and the distinctive features of their anoderm, anus, and the data are securely stored and analyzed in an encrypted cloud server, state the researchers. So basically, before you can even really do your business, even if like you're in a hurry or something, you have to give them the finger before you can sit on the toilet. So what happens if the electricity goes out? First of all, I mean, and what if you're having some kind of vomit emergency because you got food poisoning or something like that, and you need to hit that toilet quick, and it needs identification first, or you can't use it, okay? Or how about you have guests over that need to use your toilet, but you have to go in there and give them a clear pass first with your fingerprint, but then it goes, I can't identify your anus. User denied. You know, I mean, I'm just saying, how does this, what? Anyway. Hello, Howdy 12. Good to see you too. Hold on. Let me get my son kissed. I'm so refreshed now. Okay, we're good. We're going on. Who is going to be watching on the other side of the camera? Exactly. What kind of people want to see your poop? What kind of people get off to that? What kind of people took a job that they want to analyze that all the time? Why? I mean, that is just so crazy. I mean, they want to know when you're at work, when you open your fridge, when you get on your phone, you take your phone with you, and they want to know when you go to the bathroom. And it's all for your health, y'all. You know, remember that. That's because they're honorable and trustworthy people. That's the real reason they want to do this. Let's just keep reading this article, and you'll just see how off this whole thing really sounds through and through. Okay, I'm going to carry a 5-gallon bucket. I'm telling you. Okay. Let's get back to this. So each user of the toilet is identified through their fingerprint and their anus, and the data is securely stored and analyzed in an encrypted cloud server. So forever and ever, your booty and everything that came out of it day after day is up there for anybody to peruse, any freak. Okay. All right. The toilet operates with artificial intelligence. It includes, you're not going to believe this, 3 cameras, including 1 video camera. So it watches the acts. Okay. It watches everything in real time and features a urinalysis. Okay. So all you folks that want to use somebody else's pee for a job, that ain't gonna work because your toilet's gonna tell on you. Okay. because it features a urinalysis strip, which I'm sure, is for your vitamins, but I bet you can put in any urinalysis strips because those would have to be reloadable. They would have to be. Okay, so the toilet's AI collects the health data and then stores it in a digital cloud system. For it to work, the user would sit on the toilet, and the hardware's 3 cameras would use biometric identifiers. Biometric. They're all up in your body, okay? Do you feel raped yet? They use biometric identifiers to securely associate the collected data with the user's identity, such as fingerprinting, and a distinctive method of using anal creases, referred to here as anal print, states the report. Anal creases. I'm sorry, I'm trying so hard not to laugh. I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay, can it detect COVID? I'm sure it can tell you who your ancestors are from 2,000 years ago, right? Because it's so smart. Yeah, but we don't buy these appliances, but for some reason they were just funding for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like now they literally are tracking our booties. That's why I had the title the way that I had it. I'm sure that they can, read your thoughts with this thing, the way it's the way they're starting to talk. So anyway, the article continues. It says, that's right. It reads, the toilet would use fingerprint technology. So once you give your finger in, it wants to take photos of your booty and a photo of the user's nether regions to identify the user. In the toilet's in-bowl video camera would track various metrics, including the time between sitting, the first bowel movement, and other metrics relevant to bowel health. Although this technology is apparently designed to help monitor a person's health, Senator Paul report notes that no matter how good the technology is at achieving its goal, nobody is going to use a toilet that has 3 cameras and takes video of the user's anal print to identify the user. Never mind one that stores that data in a digital cloud that hackers could access. So Senator Paul is right. Nobody wants that toilet except for weirdos. But that's in your government spending, folks. That's what your hard-earned tax dollars paid for. Be happy, right? Happy tallism. It continues, says, because that's exactly what you want, right? A photo of you like that floating around in the cloud. The researchers are forgetting that there's a huge difference between video chatting with your doctor so he or she can examine your tonsils and uploading your excrement into the cloud, reads the report, because there's always hackers. In a concluding comment on this $6,973,057 item, Senator Paul says, I'll leave it to the researchers to explain to those afflicted with these illnesses and their loved ones why they used NCI money intended to develop non-invasive early cancer screening processes, design a toilet that nobody will use anyway. Okay, that was the end of the article. So I'm just dying to see some of these comments. We got 10 people here, 4 likes. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay? The zombies will be queuing up to get Russia would hack it. You know it. I mean, I could totally blackmail you with this. If you want to keep these pictures from being in public, you will send me this amount of money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously, who wants that? Not me. What happens when you put your cat doo-doo down there? Well, if it doesn't recognize your forms of identification, then you can't use it. I mean, seriously, can you imagine trying to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night? Identification, please. I don't know. Time for a porta potty. Yeah, it's just one of those days. They've had 11 months to prep oxygen for people, and now they are having oxygen. Okay, yeah. I mean, seriously, we've got so much more impressive issues than a toilet. Okay, but that just goes back to how invasive they want to be into our lives, that they really think that we would be willing, and maybe some people will actually. There's some people, I'm betting people I'm talking to ain't having that. Okay. But they're just so scared about their health that we need this. It can, I'm sure it can detect everything: pancreatitis, blindness, epilepsy, and I'm sure it can do it all. It's all for your own good until your great 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 grandchildren see it. Oh, this was grandma. Oh my. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, there's some pictures I just don't need surviving that long. Okay. And go in the street. Just pretend you're in San Francisco and go in the street. I mean, seriously. Well, they got cameras everywhere too. So Watchman says trouble is coming on to the government. This is not a benefit to them. Their way of life is changing. They cannot hire as many maids, tax money. Well, it's good that they can't hire as many maids. It wouldn't hurt them to start dusting. I mean, they make enough messes as it is. It's about time they start cleaning something up. Instead of worrying about what we're messing up and what we're doing privately, maybe they need to take a look in the mirror and see a few spots and get some Windex. You know what I'm saying? They're just a little bit too nosy for my taste. A suction cup. Oh, yeah. No, they're, I hope not. Okay. I don't think I'd call that a toilet per se. I think that would be a different kind of version right there. All right. So, yeah, you got to watch some smart homes too. Howdy, I mean, anything that's linked to the internet, that's a violation of your privacy. That's when they're data mining. That's how they know you're out of milk, or that, in a couple of days, you'll need to go get some eggs, and they start making lists for you. Okay. They know too much about you. All right. And so they start locking you down. It's a form of imprisonment. And speaking of a sort of lockdown right now that could be in the works, is one for Houston, Texas in the near future and the surrounding areas. Okay. There is an article about that, and I just had to put that on mute because it kept running these commercials and articles and stuff, but in video without me even giving it permission to. So I just said mute, whatever. But what we are going to do is just let you know that, again, the numbers are going to vary from city, town, state as to the pandemic issues. Okay. So where one town might be doing just fine, another town might be completely infested, right? Which is where I'm starting to wonder if, fenced-in cities will come in eventually. So you can't treat every place different. But in the Houston area, for those that are from the Houston area and surrounding counties, you might want to know about this article from KHOU 11. Everyone in the Houston area that's been here any amount of time or all their lives would know KHO Houston 11. All right. But they came out with this article today. Yep. It was published yesterday afternoon and updated today. But it's COVID-19 update. Dang it, I said that word. Ugh. Okay, much of the Houston area could be facing rollbacks. That's what they're calling them in their article, including closing bars again. So it's not going to be a complete lockdown, but we're heading in the direction, okay? And the reason why is this. It says it'll happen if the COVID-19 said it again, dang it. Hospitalization rate remains above 15% of hospital capacity for more than one consecutive day. And it looks like we've only got like 1 day left that, we didn't get that number down. All right. And it reads, as I guess JB Gunner would say, as Kofi case numbers continue to climb, the Houston region is on the verge of reaching a new critical point. On the verge. Right now, the 14-day average is off the charts at 1,700 new cases on average reported every single day. Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo said. Governor Greg Abbott, executive order states that if Trauma Service Area Q, which includes Harris, Fort Bend, Montgomery County, Austin County, Colorado County, Matagorda, Walker, Waller, Wharton counties, has 7 consecutive days of Kofi hospitalizations above 15% of total hospital capacity, certain indoor businesses will have to go back to 50% occupancy, and elective surgeries will have to stop. Bars will also have to close. We are getting perilously close to that, Houston Health Authority Dr. David Percy said. On Monday, the region reported its sixth straight day with CUFI hospitalizations over 15%, coming in at 18.21%. The state reports the previous day's numbers, so that percentage was for Sunday. Things are getting worse, Hidalgo said. Things are not improving, and this may just be the tip of the iceberg. Other trauma service areas around the Houston area have already rolled back reopenings. The region that includes Brazoria, Chambers, and Galveston counties had to roll back, as did the region that includes Liberty, Grimes, and Brazos counties. All of these counties I'm familiar with. The rollbacks are part of Abbott's executive order GA32, which was signed back in October to expand business openings. Indoor businesses can go back to 75% capacity, and elective surgeries can resume when the numbers drop below 15% for 7 consecutive days. Okay, so they're getting ready to shut down the bars, so it's not a total lockdown, but they are starting to pull back some of I guess what we could call now privileges. Our privileges are starting to be rolled back because obviously we're not being safe enough around here. Okay. Yeah. I mean, all we have to really go on is 2 different sources of information: the nurses that are inside of these places and doctors, and the news. And the news keeps saying that we're completely overwhelmed in our hospitals, and the nurses are saying, no, we're not. Okay, but news nurses will say that. Okay. So, yep. I think that's pretty much where we're at right now. It's always going back, and I get it. They're trying to curb it, but the problem is they can't stop it, and they know it. They really can't. So they're just, I guess, trying to take as long as they can, getting everybody infected, because everybody's going to be anyway at some point. So we're just going to drag this out, I guess. It's the way that they talk. I'm an RN and have seen less patients. That's good. I mean, considering, that's really good. I've actually been seeing reports from doctors and nurses from other countries, including some here. They had this video, and they were just telling all these different reasons why we shouldn't take it. It hasn't had long enough to test. We're seeing where the healthcare workers are refusing this, and it's all kind of just jaded by the fact that we've got these election issues. Not that it isn't important, it is, but we're so distracted that we're watching bills go through, like detention camps and smart toilets slip through somehow, that are attached to bills that are supposed to be for our own good. Bills that we're paying for, that in some way infringe on your privacy and your rights, and take pictures of you like some weird pedophile to just have on the side for whenever they need it. Okay, I don't need anybody looking at me that dang close. Okay, no pictures, please. Remember, I can't remember what's her name. Y'all know who she is. No pictures, please. Okay, so Trent IDK is on. I love more lockdowns because that's going to fix everything, like the crippling debt of our. He's being sarcastic. I can totally tell that. Trent's got a sense of humor. Rodney says they will make them like a car washer now with hot wax to prevent bacteria. What are they going to do? Go anal probe on us or something next? It's like they want finger identification. I'm sorry, if I'm not feeling good, I just need to be going straight to my toilet. New variant is how New York think. Yeah, this New York thing, I think, is scaring a lot of people. Again, it might start somewhere, but, there have been things where, like, Texas will do something in their prison system. They'll do something new, like pods back in the day. And every other prison is watching them to see how this experiment goes. And not just every prison in Texas, every state in the United States, all their prison systems are watching it too. And that goes the same thing here. Anything with New York, these laws they're trying to pass, that's a test. Okay, so we need to be 100% behind New York and informing them and backing them, because backing them is backing the rest of the United States. This is something that we can all come together on. And if they're willing to get that far up our butts, that, okay, 1 minute they're in our bathroom and the next minute we're in detention camps. I don't know about you, but I got a problem with this. Okay, I got a big problem. And these are real wasteful spending items they really have going on. That's what's going through these freaks' minds. Okay. I think the government is scared right now. I don't know. I mean, it kind of looks like they're, but they also look like they're ready. Okay. And you think about how they were building all these bunkers, and they put probably 35 years worth of supplies for not just them, but them and their grandchildren, just in case something goes down. Now they got what they want. They're just ready to just offload us. Okay. Government cannot stop the droughts, the floods. No, they can't. That's a good question, Trent Gurka. Who is the government exactly? Okay. Government is that's the way it feels more and more, isn't it? I mean, they're always passing these crazy bills, and it took them long enough to get us any kind of stimulus money out. And then you see all this crazy stuff attached to the bill. What is it with 5,000 pages that you wouldn't be suspicious about? It's just like they always do. It's never really for us. It's really just, Satan's gifts ain't free. If you want something, you need to give me something you can't even live with. Okay. So we'll worry about anal printing right now. Out of all the problems we got, we need to make sure that in order to go, that nobody, what is that? Now we need to give biometric identification just to go use our toilet. That's crazy. Football, basketball games are going to be the toast. They're not receiving the money funding. Yeah, all the entertainment's hit, no inauguration parades, no Macy's parades. That's it. Okay, so just watch your freedoms just continue to dwindle away for your own good while they keep their cameras up, while they hide in their bunkers and just let you starve and lose your job. They don't care about these food banks that are being crippled. They want to photograph your butt. You hear me? That's what they care about. They don't care about you. They're just a bunch of freaks. That's all they are. Okay? Who in their right mind and right heart would even think up something like this and say, "Oh, we're going to diagnose medical issues." What now? What? No. No. How about no? I'll go to a doctor and pee in a cup like everybody else and let them draw it out of my blood. I will not have my butt photographed. It's not that good looking anyway. And even if it were, still, you ain't paying me to photograph my butt. Okay. That's usually what happens in that business. You want to have somebody photograph your butt, you get paid for it. Ain't nobody paying me. Not that I would take something like that. I'm just saying. I think there's some kind of, PG rated R issues here, Have you heard of the UFO that was seen in Hawaii? I have not heard about that just yet, but I did see, I don't know if it's the same thing, some kind of blue thing that came in from the sky and people didn't know what that was. Now, different objects, and this is my understanding of science that could actually be the right thing, is different items in space have different elements. They're made up of different elements. So when you burn certain elements, they burn certain colors. And some of those elements burn bright blue. So just saying, it's very possible we were just getting space debris in that was made up of a certain burnable element that when it's burned, it's that color. Because I've seen these UFO sightings a lot of times and it didn't look like that at all. Not at all. This was something, in my mind, different, Is Satan trying to see all and know all? It looks like it, Amy. It really does. And this is the world. This is the world that we're in right now. Okay. This is the world that we're heading into. And so, it's really hard for me at this point, being a Christian, to keep doing like a lot of pastors do and just keep spoon feeding you and, giving you petting on your head at night and tucking you in before you go to sleep. I don't have time for all that. Okay. We may be raptured, as they all say, any moment, but until then, I'm going to do what I do, and that's help prepare you and keep that armor on. I don't want you lulled or flattered to sleep. I don't want people whispering good nothings in your ear and telling you everything's going to be all right when everything's going crazy out there. I'd rather have y'all with some open eyes and ready for anything. If we get raptured, that's great. But until then, we got to deal with stuff like this. All right. And tomorrow's the 6th. Okay. And there's a lot going on tomorrow. So I'll be back tomorrow. I want to thank everybody that's been here. I love you guys. And I'll talk to you super soon. Bet. All right. Bye. Bye, everybody.